Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Mandy and I like to talk about makeup panning, nail polish, and sometimes things going on in my real life. Today I have my monthly update for my project polish, where I'm working on now 11 polishes in my collection that are either old, or getting thick, or almost empty. Polishes I work on using up and getting out of my collection for whatever reason that may be. Anyway, that being said, if you are interested in this, then hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. Okay, so I don't know if anybody invented Project Polish, but I learned about it through, I actually don't know, several people. But that being said, I am working on some polishes. I started with 6 and then I brought in some more. When I went through my polishes and found ones were getting old and thick and gloopy. So let's talk about what I've used over the last month. I keep going back and forth in my head whether I should talk about the ones I used in the order that I used them or just all of them as I have them brought into the project. So I'm going to talk about them in the order they were brought into the project because that just seems more consistent in my opinion, I guess. Sure. All right, the first polish I brought in that is still in the project is from Avon, and it is just in their nail wear line. This is in the shade Warm Black. It used to be sort of a thin jelly that took 2 to 3 coats to wear. Now it is pretty much a 1-coat black. I am currently wearing it in my current manicure. When I brought it in, we were all the way up there, and I just marked it today. We are down there. I've used it once. That is my current manicure since the last update, bringing me to 12 uses prior to this year, and this year 6 uses this year. I'm really focusing on trying to get this done because there is so little left, and I want to use it while it is still usable because black cream polishes are easy to come by. It's not something to be precious about. All right, the next one is from OPI, and this is one I got secondhand. This is called No Autographs, Please. I did not wear this one this month. We are currently still at that mark there. So yeah, it had 5 uses prior to this year, and this year I've only worn it twice. So I'm working on it. It'll probably be my next one. But I do have another polish that is lower that I'll talk about in a little while. Then for one that was original to my collection that I purchased myself, this is also from OPI. This is Take It for Granite. This came out in a collection very long time ago. I have not worn this one, but it is quite thick. It's right there. I last wore it in June for 2 uses this year, 4 uses prior to that when bringing it in to this project. There's quite a bit to go in here, but like I said, this is getting thick, and I think I found some polishes that fit the itch for this particular shade of gunmetal frosted gray. So next time I go to use it, if it is too thick, I'm just going to be passing it on because it's been thinned several times already. And I've decided that after I've thinned something a few times, especially once it's in this project, if it gets thick again, I'm not worrying about it. All right, next is one that is not thick and is not low, but it is old in my collection. This is also from Avon. This is from their Mirror Shine collection, and it is the shade Polish Poli, P-O-L-I. It has an opaque plastic bottle, so I thought it was fairly empty, but we are all the way up here. Since bringing this into the project, I've only used it once in February, so no change in that. And that one will probably be here for a while because there's quite a bit in there, and it's still in good formula. Then one I got secondhand is from Blackheart Beauty, and this is Gray Iridescent. This is what it looks like. I have worn it twice since bringing it into the project, and there is where we are there. I have not worn it over the last month. It is a really nice gray with a shifting iridescent shimmer in it. I last wore it in June as well. Alright, the first one in the project that I can talk about is one I got in a D stash. This is Teal Steel from Sally Hansen in their Hard as Nails collection. Like I said, I got this in a D stash and had never worn it before bringing it into this project, but I knew it was low, and when I went to bring it into the project, it was very thick, so I had to thin it. And I've worn it over the last month. So it was up here when I brought it in, and now it is down here. It is a bit of a sheer formula. I don't know if that's from thinning it or just the way it went on, but it took like 3 coats to get opaque. So I have worn that once since bringing it in and made a significant jump in progress. So I'm very happy about that one. That one should, if the progress continues, that should go quite nicely. And I forgot to show you swatches of these. So the first one is this is warm black. No autographs, please. Take it for Granite. Polish Poli. A gray iridescent, and this is Teal Steel. All right, the next one bringing in is one I brought in June, and this one is from Sinful Colors. This is one I purchased originally. It is called Mercury Rising, and it is quite a thick polish. I have worn it once, and that is where we were. I was not able to make a new line. The polish is just so thick enough that it couldn't settle to make a new line. I think it went down just a little bit. It might be down here. But it was laying on its side before filming, and it's so thick that I wasn't able to make a new line. I'm going to try wearing this one more time, but I did find something in my collection that is a near enough replacement that I won't miss this. So like I said, if next time I go to wear this, it is too thick to wear, I will be passing it on, decluttering it, throwing it away. All of those things. All right, the next one is also from a D-stash. This is another Sally Hansen Hard as Nails, and this one is called Pumping Iron. I got this one, I think I said already, through a D-stash as well. I wore it in the same manicure as Teal Steel. I did sort of an alternating, and I thought it was kind of ironic because this is Teal Steel and this is iron, so Teal Steel and iron. Anyway, yeah, use this one, and I was not able to make a new mark. We are right there. This one had a nice enough formula. It only needed 2 coats to be opaque, so it didn't make significant progress. It may have been at the top of the line, and now it's at the bottom of the line, but yeah, that is going to be staying in. All right, then we have another Blackheart Beauty that I got in a D-stash. This is a really pretty multi-chrome, duochrome. This is called Cobalt Steel? No, Cobalt Blue. No more steel. This one is just called Cobalt Blue. I don't know the actual name of it because it didn't have a label on it, so I had to add my own, and Google gave me the best color match. So anyway, this is a multi-chrome. And that is really pretty. That is where we are. I have not worn it since bringing it into this project, but it is really pretty, and I hope to get use in it before it gets too thick to use. And then along the same lines, I have another one I got in the same D-stash. I got a whole bunch of them all from the same person. This is Midnight Galaxy. It is a black hollow. Really pretty, and when I was going through my polishes, realized it's really darn low. I mean, these bottles don't have a very even bottom, so I have worn this one once since bringing it in, and I may be able to get 1 or 2 more manicures out of it. We'll see, but it is quite low, and it was laying on its side as well, and I don't think it's settled any lower. So I cannot make a new mark at this time. Excuse me. And finally, the last polish I brought in is actually a Franken Polish, which is a mixture of leftover polishes that I had previously. And let me go back to the wheel because I forgot to show you swatches. So this is Mercury Rising, a really pretty dark burgundy. This is Pumping Iron, a nice kind of chrome blue. This is Cobalt Blue, that dual multi-chrome blue purple. This is the Midnight Galaxy. And then this last one is my Franken Polish, which is most likely a Franken of this shade here, which was called Starry Night, a little bit of this one here, and some of this one here, plus some other stuff. So it is mostly blue with a ton of glitters in it, as you can see. They're really pretty. It's just a Franken Polish. The formula is still fairly well. I did add a lot of clear base to it because there's a lot of glitter left over from that one polish, Starry Night. And I had another polish that was purple, I think. At one point I had another polish that was very similar that had a lot of glitter in it. I had two very glittery polishes. I think it was a tealy blue. Anyway, a lot of glitter in there. I did wear this once as a pedicure. It's quite nice. So that is it. I was not able to make a new mark on that, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. It's gone down to the bottom of that line. So if I made a new mark, it would be pretty much the same. So yeah, that is how it's doing. I want to focus on these two because they are the lowest in my collection and get them done. And then next would probably be these two, which are the oldest in my collections that I purchased myself, and they're both quite thick. So those might end up just being decluttered next time I try to wear them. And yeah, I'm just going to keep using all of them the best I can. So if you have any comments, feedback, suggestions, please let me know down in the comments below. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not like the video, give it a thumbs down. I don't care. Either way, YouTube wants to know what you think. And if you are interested in seeing more of my content, hit the subscribe button. I do makeup panning and other nail polish and stuff. And until my next video, remember to take care of yourselves, stay true to you, and I love you no matter who or what you are, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.